whatever day it is that you're watching this. Today I wanted to show you how to make giant hairpins out of knitting needles. So if you can see this is a regular hairpin. It looks like a misshapen bobby pin. So they're very similar to bobby pins, but they work a little bit differently. I discovered on a YouTube channel a few years back that you can actually take knitting needles, the ones that have the double points on them, and just make those into giant hairpins. And they're really handy if you like to just throw your hair back in a bun. These are really easy to hold that in place. So here is what you need. I imagine you can find these in secondhand stores, craft stores, of course, if you want to pay full price. These are all just a bunch of knitting needles, all different sizes and colors, a couple different lengths, a couple different widths. So some of these you can tell are thinner than others. And let me see what the sizes of these. 7-inch. I think that's what most of these are here. 7-inch. That's probably like a standard size. And as far as the width goes, I'm going to guess that the ones that I've used before are a size 4 or somewhere close to that. Like a 4.5 millimeter in width. So these ones that I made, you can see the curve on the end isn't the nicest looking curve. I mean, it could be a little bit more symmetrical, but I just took, grabbed a hold of the knitting needle and bent it in half just with my hands. I don't have one of those, I don't know what that tool is called that you use to bend like pipes and stuff. I know you can get a smaller one of those to do small things like this and make it look nice. Just a nice rounded curve on the end. I don't have anything like that, so I'm going to try today to use this. This is an old, just a handle from an old Swiffer. And I'm just going to try to bend it over this bar here to see if that helps make it a smoother curve. And I'm also going to try some of these thinner knitting needles. I don't know if these will bend as nicely or if they'll just kink or if they'll break. I don't really know. I haven't tried one of these. So we're going to try a couple of these and see how they turn out, and then I'll show you how to use them. Okay, so I just need to pick out one of these. This one looks like kind of a loner. I guess there are a couple matches to this one. Let me find one that doesn't have a match. This one here, this green one doesn't really have a match to it. So I'm going to bend this one first, and it's one of those thinner ones. It's a little bit thinner than what I've made before. And also I didn't mention that you want to make sure these are the metal ones. You don't want the plastic ones. They'll probably will just break. So we're not going to use those. So I'm just going to put this underneath the bar here and try to make it in the center somewhat. And just bend it. And see what happens. I'm going to flip it around because see how it's starting to get uneven? I don't know if you can see that from there. This end is a little bit longer than that end, so I'm just going to try to bend this side in and see if that helps. Okay, so that's a little bit crooked, but I think the curve on it, well, the curve isn't greatest either. It's a little bit lopsided, but it's a little bit wider curve, I think, than, yeah, a little bit wider than this one here. If you find that the tips are kind of spread out a little bit, you can just squeeze down on that and make them a little bit closer like that. So yeah, it didn't turn out the evenest. I don't think that's a word. So they're not exactly even, but it still will work well in your hair. Probably won't be that noticeable. So I will try another one here. Maybe I don't know if that's the same, that I think is the same width. So we'll give it another go here and see what happens. Okay, that one turned out a little bit better. Still not exactly even on the ends, but a little bit closer. And I think the curve on it is a little bit nicer, so maybe this just takes a little bit of practice. Maybe develop some kind of technique, I don't know. If you guys have suggestions on how to make this curve a little bit nicer, definitely comment that below, and I'll give that a try. Short of buying special equipment, if there's some other easier way to do that, let me know. So let's try a thicker one. Try to find the thickest one that I have. These ones are 5mm. And we will try to bend that one, see if it will bend very easily. No, not very easily at all. It definitely would be easier with something that had a little bit more leverage, for sure. Okay, so that's close. There we go. A bit thicker one there. Again, not even on the ends, and I'm sure if there's an actual technique to this, you'll share it with me and let me know how to maybe make that a little bit more even. The curve, of course, could be a little bit nicer, but hey, it worked. It took a little bit more muscle, but it's doable. I have seen too where you can decorate these, so you could use a really strong glue, something that's suited for adhering to aluminum, or I think these are aluminum. I assume they're aluminum. So anyway, a glue that would be suitable for gluing to metal. You could put some beads on here or some kind of dangling little charms or something like that that would look really cute in a hairstyle. So there you go. We have a couple different giant hairpins now, and it'll add to my collection that I have. And I will show you how to use these. So you can see I have my hair in a ponytail already, which is optional. You can just wrap this up without having it in a ponytail first. So I'm just going to kind of twist it around and wrap it around itself. Then you take your hairpin and you want to put it in the outer part of the bun, pointing towards your scalp. So about like this, straight in. And then you want to kind of bend it outwards like this, not really bending the pin, but moving it outwards so it's parallel or like flat against your scalp. And then push it in and it'll go underneath your ponytail holder and out the other side. So hopefully you can see that it's come out over here. So you're basically grabbing the outside of the bun and then going underneath it and then grabbing the outside of the other side of your bun like that. And that should hold it pretty good. That's not really going to go anywhere. You may have a little flyaways here and there, but that's okay. Whatever. So I'll show you without the ponytail holder how well it holds as well. You can also use 2 of these. So here we go, my hair not in a ponytail yet. We just twist it into a bun. And I typically will use 2 of these when it's just twisted into a bun without the ponytail holder. So I'll do the same as before, where I grab the outside of the bun like that, kind of scoop underneath it as I'm going through, and have it grab the other side like that. And see, like this, it's pretty sturdy like this. Sometimes my hair is a little bit slippery, so I'll put a second one in just kind of crisscrossing. So I'll go back to this side with the second one. Grab a little bit of the bun there, scoop underneath, kind of pressing down on the bun, and just push it through to catch the other side over here. So that is pretty sturdy. That will hold for a long time, probably all day, as long as I'm not out running a marathon, which is not happening. So anyway, this is how to use the big hairpins. So there you go, an easy way to make some nice sturdy hairpins for buns or whatever hairstyles you need big hairpins for. If you guys have any tips for me, ways to make this easier or cuter or anything to improve on it, let me know. Just leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe and click on the little bell so you can get notified whenever I make a new video. You guys take care, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.